What is what is going on with my voice is what I should be saying. What is up, everyone, and welcome to the final video of the winter arc. As you can see by the calendar, this video marks the final video of the 2-month winter arc where I locked in for the cut, and if you compare this video to the first video, I'm sure you will notice a difference in my face, in my physique, and in my spirits, in my mental health. I mean, there's been a lot of improvements in these last 2 months, but obviously do not panic. These videos are going nowhere. Well, I mean, hopefully they're going somewhere, but I mean, they're not going anywhere in terms of they're not getting, I'm not removing them. Well, I mean, I will continue to make more videos is what I'm trying to say here. But I wrote down some stuff, some notes that I want to talk about for this video. First, I'll talk about how the cut went. So, you know, I've been cutting for just about a month now. It is currently December 30th. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and today is December 30th. So the plan is to edit this video, obviously, in the morning and have it up tomorrow so that it can be out before 2025, essentially. Then I will talk about the future plans for the cut, you know, going forward. Obviously, I'm not done with the cut. The winter arc isn't over. We're just beginning. Then I will talk about the future plans for this channel, and then a quick 2024 overview to end the video, and I guess wrap up what has been a very special and a very challenging year for me, and probably a lot of you guys as well. Yeah, lots of stuff to talk about. So anyway, let's get right into it. Talking about how the cut actually went. So the plan obviously was to get to 220 by the end of November, which we didn't hit. You know, if you watch the 10K challenge, I did a ton of cardio that day, and despite eating 10,000 calories, I did not reach my goal of 220. I think we got to 219 something at the end of the day, and then, you know, the day after on December 1st, I weighed in at 217.0 pounds, so exactly 217 flat. I believe my peak weight, you know, a couple days before that was over 217 actually, but for the sake of making this, you know, a 30-day transformation, which is what it has been, we're just going to say I started at 217 pounds on December 1st, which is the truth. You know, that's what I started at. Now, if you saw my full day of eating video, you will know that I ate 2,227 calories, 215 grams of protein, 221 grams of carbs, and 51 grams of fat. Yes, I did memorize that, considering I ate the exact same meal every single day for the past 30 days, aside from Christmas Eve and Christmas, which I actually didn't track my calories at all. You know, I genuinely didn't write a single thing down. I didn't really pay attention what I was putting in my body. On Christmas Eve, I had, you know, shrimp, lobster, some healthy food as well. You know, that's what I usually have at my grandma's house. And then Christmas Day, my mom always makes prime rib and, you know, some vegetables, Brussels sprouts, green beans, rice. So it was a pretty healthy day anyway, but I didn't really track my calories those 2 days. Those were the only days where I didn't eat the exact same meal. So from December 1st to December 30th was the exact same thing. That's just kind of how I like to do things. I like to have things planned out so that I know what to do and how to do it in order to reach my goal. Obviously, I'm cutting right now. I have a goal in mind in terms of my weight and my body fat. So if everything is planned out and if everything is calculated, I will be able to discipline myself and stick to that routine, even if it is somewhat difficult. Obviously, you know, eating the same thing every day is not something everyone can do, but personally for me, I mean, I like the food I'm eating, I know how to cook it, I know how it tastes, and it's, you know, it works. And in terms of the cardio, I was doing an hour of cardio a day. Again, I talked about this in my full day of eating, so that means 15 minutes in the morning before the gym, then 30 minutes after the gym, and then 15 minutes again, you know, towards the end of the day, which I just did, you know, about an hour ago. And that was my cardio routine, just an hour of incline walking at 3 incline 3 speed. So not very difficult. I mean, I would just throw on a YouTube video or, you know, some anime, Netflix, something like that. And in terms of the weight, as of today, December 30th, I am 197.6 pounds, which is a 19.4 pound loss in those 30 days. You know, I can practically say I've lost 20 pounds this month. You know, obviously it's not all fat. I'm sure a good chunk of that was water weight. In fact, a lot of that was just simply food in my stomach. If you look at the graph, you can see on December 2nd, I believe I weighed 213 point something. So I lost literally 3 pounds in one day. And that's just because after the 10K challenge, I had so much food just left over in my stomach that hadn't digested yet, or, you know, it didn't exit my bowels yet, that it was just simply left in my body. And the day after that, when I got rid of it in the bathroom, you know, I lost a lot of weight. So obviously it's not all fat, and it's not just water weight either. It's, you know, less food in my stomach. I'm eating less calories, so I just have less food in me when I weigh myself. And, you know, that has contributed to, you know, the scale weight being significantly lower. But I don't think I've lost any muscle. I have lost some strength in the gym, but that's just completely normal when, you know, you're eating significantly less calories and your carbs are lower, your energy is just going to be lower, right? On a bulk, you have all these calories, all these carbs, and your energy levels are so high that your workouts are just going to be much better. And you can kind of push those last couple of reps and you'll be just stronger, not necessarily because you have more muscle. You know, maybe you do because you're on a bulk, but just simply because of the fact that your workouts are going to be better because you're just able to fuel your body more for those sessions. So yes, I have lost strength on a lot of exercises. You know, it's pretty much just me dropping like 2.5 or 5 pounds and then losing 1 or 2 reps. So it's not anything crazy, but obviously, you know, fatigue has set in. I am in a very steep calorie deficit and my workouts just aren't going to be as effective and, you know, as stimulative as normal. So it is okay to lose some strength. That doesn't necessarily mean you are losing a ton of muscle. It just means your workouts just aren't as good as they are in a bulk, which is completely normal. I mean, come on. And as you can see from the calendar, I've stayed pretty much on schedule in terms of the workouts and uploads. I did have to delay a couple of videos because of the 10K challenge. That was just a massive rock in the road, you know, in terms of editing. But in terms of the workouts, during this entire winter arc, I didn't miss a single workout. And, you know, I'm usually pretty good about not missing the gym, but I didn't push back any workouts other than Christmas. And so, yeah, that's pretty much how the cut went. I would say the winter arc has been pretty successful and, you know, I'm pretty happy with where we're at currently. So moving on to the future plans for the cut, as I mentioned before in previous videos, I do plan on increasing my calories. And to do that, I'm simply just adding in 1 serving of nuts and 1 banana. So that's probably about 300 calories right there. So I'm going from 2,200 to about 2,500. I may even add a little bit more cheese in the chicken and rice bowl as well, which might up my fat a little bit, but I'm just gonna have to play around with that for a bit. I haven't really decided yet, but I do think I'm gonna be around 2,500 to 2,600 calories for the month of January. And also in terms of the cardio, I am dropping it down to 45 minutes. So I'm taking that 15 minutes in the morning completely out. So I'm just gonna do 30 minutes after my workout and 15 minutes at night. You know, it's just not necessary to do an hour a day. I just kind of did that because I was going super aggressive and I wanted to lose 20 pounds in a month just because energy levels were high after the 10K challenge. After bulking for 2 years, you can kind of get away with it for 4 weeks-ish, and then fatigue sets in and you just can't do it anymore. But in terms of the weight, this is probably what you guys all want to hear. Currently, we are 197.6, right? So the end of January, I want to hit 190 pounds. So, you know, another 7.5 pounds lost. And then at the end of February, I am aiming to hit 185 pounds. And then at the end of March, we are going to be 180 pounds. So that is the plan. Originally, I wanted to do 20 pounds lost in December, 10 pounds lost in January, 5 pounds lost in February, and 5 pounds lost in March. So kind of like a 20, 10, 5, 5, 4 month cut. It was going to be 220 to 200, then 200 to 190, and then 190 to 185, and then finally 185 to 180. You know, I've been pretty on track with that. I guess I'll just have to kind of assess myself from there, see how the body fat is, see if I want to lose any more weight, because 180 for me, you know, I'm a pretty big guy now, and I like to think of myself as lean and kind of not skinny, but like a leaner guy, but I'm just not a leaner guy anymore. I think I've put on a little too much muscle where I'm almost kind of content with losing some muscle because I've gotten so big where I'm like, I'm kind of just too big. Like, I don't actually mind losing some muscle in order to be a little bit more aesthetic. And that's absolutely crazy. I've somehow managed to get so big, I might need to progressively deload. And that's just absolutely crazy. But again, as I mentioned at the beginning of this cut, this is the final cut and my 2-year bulk was the final bark. What am I saying here? And the 2-year bulk was the final bulk, so there will be no more cuts, no more bulks. You know, maybe during winter I'll gain like 5-ish pounds, and then during summer I might cut those 5 pounds just so that I can kind of be a little bit more lenient with my meals and my training and not be super locked in all the time. You know, it is very easy to maintain muscle once you've put it on, so I don't plan on building any more muscle in the future. Yes, of course, I don't think I've necessarily hit my genetic limit. If I wanted to, I think I could put on some more muscle, but, you know, personally for the physique I want and my lifestyle, I just don't want any more muscle. I just don't think it's necessary. So yeah, that is pretty much the future plans for the cut. And moving on to the future plans for this channel, first off, I do want to say thank you guys so much for all your support on the winter arc videos. You know, watching these vlogs, commenting, you know, showing your support for the cut. I genuinely would not have been able to make it this far without your guys' support. It really does mean the world to me. There was a period of time in the beginning of the year where it was a little bit difficult for me to read comments, and not to say I necessarily got a lot of hate, but a lot of critiques, and my mental health was pretty low in the beginning of the year. So, you know, I will talk a little bit more about this in the recap section of this video, but real quick, I do want to say huge shout out to all you guys. I love reading your comments now, and I try to respond to as many as I can. But in terms of the vlogs, yes, this is the last video of the winter arc, but do not panic. The winter arc is not going anywhere, right? Winter technically has just begun, right? December 21st. So, I mean, in reality, this winter arc just started. But yes, I do plan on continuing these videos, these vlog type videos, the workouts, the full day of eatings, all that stuff during the months of January, February, February, March, while I am still cutting, right? The cut, we're only 25% into the cut. Yes, I've lost 50% of the weight I wanted to, but I plan on continuing this till the end of March, so the videos are going nowhere. But I will be taking a 1-week break during the start of 2025, simply because I'm a little bit gassed right now with cooking meals, eating meals, cardio, gym, editing these videos. It takes a lot of time, and I do plan on getting a better camera and a mic, as I mentioned in previous videos. So the vlogs and the videos will improve significantly, so I hope you guys are excited for that. And I am also starting a new series on the channel called 4-Minute Form Fix It. A lot of you guys love the 2-minute tutorial videos that I did, years ago. In fact, those were actually the first ever videos I posted on YouTube. So that is kind of cool, I guess. But a lot of you guys love those videos, and to be honest, my form wasn't perfect on a lot of those exercises, right? That's just kind of how I performed them at the time, and I've learned a lot since then, and using some cues and techniques that I've personally found that helped me out through the gym. I'm going to start a series where I can show you guys how to fix common mistakes on exercises and to perfect your form on different machines, different free weight exercises, stuff like that. I did want to wait to start this until I was lean so that it looked like I actually lifted and was muscular and not just fat. But yeah, you guys can look forward to that. And I also plan on making more question and answer type videos, like, how do you fix a muscle imbalance, or how do you prioritize a muscle, stuff like that, where I can make short, maybe 5 to 8 minute videos where it's just quick talking about one topic and then answering the question. And that's pretty much the direction I want to go with this channel, not just simply stick with these workout vlogs only. I will continue with these because I know a lot of you guys like it. And personally for me, keeping like a diary of my workouts online is always pretty cool to look back on. And in terms of the workout split, currently I'm doing push-pull legs. A lot of you guys ask me, oh, what do you think about upper lower? What do you think about full body, this and that? I do plan on switching my split sometime next year. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in the middle of the cut or after the cut, but what I can tell you for sure is, once I reach that period of me maintaining my physique and not bulking, not cutting, not gaining any more muscle, I am kind of going to lay off on the bodybuilding training. Right now I'm doing pretty much 5 to 6 times a week of pure bodybuilding, and to be honest, it's just getting kind of boring. And I love the gym, I love training, but for those of you who've really followed this channel, you know that the reason I first started getting into the gym was because of calisthenics. I actually started calisthenics when I first started lifting. I learned how to do a handstand, I was learning the planche. Well, I guess that was pretty much it, actually. So it was a short calisthenic grind, but that is pretty much what got me into the gym, and I do want to start doing that again, so I might have to throw that into the routine. We work on my flexibility, maybe start doing some yoga, and then maybe I'll just do bodybuilding 3 days a week or something like that. I haven't really decided. I do kind of want to try out something new in the gym instead of just bodybuild forever, because it does get boring, plus it is significantly easier to maintain muscle than it is to build muscle. So now that I already have it built, I can try something new. And I guess let's wrap it off with a quick 2024 overview. So as many of you know, the year started with the mini cut where I was 205 pounds on January 1st, and I believe I got to 185 very early February, so I lost 20 pounds during that mini cut, and that was when the vlogs really started. In all honesty, that vlog series, that mini cut vlog series, was completely spontaneous. I think I had ordered a mic on Amazon just like out of the blue. One day I was like, I wonder if I could just start making workout vlogs, and then I bought a mic on Amazon. I woke up the next day and I did not plan on recording on January 1st. Like that morning, I just kind of woke up and I was like, you know what? Let's just make a workout vlog. Let's just do it. And then I started it. I did end, after 7 days because I was doing every single day. I went from 0 to 100, which was a bad idea, but it did tell me that you guys liked seeing it. And I finally found a way with this winter arc to do it in a way that I can stay consistent and which I enjoy doing it, right? I enjoy editing these videos. I enjoy showing them to you guys. Seeing the feedback is awesome. I'm very grateful that I started doing that in January spontaneously. So it was a good start to the year. After I posted those vlogs after the mini cut, my frequency of posting did obviously decline. That had to do a lot with my mental health. I kind of lost the love for making videos, and I've been making YouTube videos ever since high school, right? I actually used to post FIFA videos, Call of Duty videos, Fortnite videos, so I've been making videos for a long time, and I kind of reached a point where I just fell out of love with editing. I fell out of love with making videos, and then obviously I had some back pain where I went to physical therapy. It is much better, by the way. It's still there. Like, my back is still tight and I still do some stretches for it, but comparing that to earlier in the year, in fact, I took the entire month of July off because of my back. Pair that with bulking, seeing myself get fatter. My mental health was declining. I wasn't even going to the gym in July. My back was hurting. I was kind of falling into a downward spiral, and it got pretty hard this year. There was a lot of challenges. For lack of a better word, I had to freaking lock in. So literally the creation of this winter arc was the same spontaneous decision as me buying a mic last year and starting these vlogs. I just said, all right, you know, I'm locking in. Let's start making videos again. I made that schedule in one day. I showed it to my parents and I was like, all right, November, December is the month of grinding and there is no more excuses. That's pretty much led me to where I am right now. That is pretty much the end of the recap. If you made it into the end, I will reward you with some posing that I just took 5 minutes before I actually clicked record on this video. You know, I did just take a shower. Yeah, looking significantly better than we did at the end of the bulk, so very happy with that. Spirits are high right now. I'm happy that my face is leaning out. Gained some confidence. You know, I'm happy to be posting again, and I'm happy to be on track. Having goals in mind, you know, knowing the path you need to take to get there is always a good thing. So the year of 2025, hopefully it is a good one. Hopefully you guys learned some stuff from 2024 that you can apply, make yourself a better person. Obviously the stuff that you learned from previous years should be used to better yourself and improve yourself for the future years. So take some time to reflect on the things you did, the choices you made, maybe the people you met during the year of 2024, and let's all start 2025 on a solid note, and let this be the last video you see for 2024. Maybe you're watching this with your family on New Year's Eve, you know, 5 minutes before the celebration. I totally doubt it, but that, you know, maybe one family out there, to that one family who's watching me, you know, thank you for watching this on the big screen. But anyway, that is it for the current winter arc. Let's begin a new chapter. I hope you guys have an awesome start to the year of 2025, and I hope you finish 2024 on a bang. The winter arc part 2 continues. All right.